Right, we're online. All right, Liberty, we're going to rock this out tonight. Hello, my CNC brothers and sisters. Here we go. We're going to rock and roll, talk some CNC tonight, and let you know we got a little thing going on now. Some of you have already seen the cool video that me, Liberty, and Juliann made. We'll talk about that one in a little bit. Let's say hello to some folks first there, Liberty, and then we'll start talking. We'll get Juliann on board in just a second. All right. Let's say hi to some folks.
All right. We got a few regulars, a few new faces. We've got Ellen, Robert G. Hello, hello. I liked William Furtenbaugh. His comment, hey, Garrett, turn the lights on. It's pretty dark on this end. That was right before we started the live.
Oh.
Alan, Mr. Spock Snyder. I've not seen that name before.
I have not either.
I thought that one was interesting. Hello, hello. Welcome to the show.
I can do the Spock thing. Can you? Okay. Live long and prosper. Live long and CNC. There we go.
Yeah. Alfred Mertland, just spoke to him this week through email.
Cool.
Bill Coleman, hello, hello.
All right, we got a bunch of friends on board here. So
okay, so that's why it's vaguely familiar. I've sent him M&Ms.
Spock,
Mr. Spock.
You sent me M&Ms. Yep, Mr. Spock. Okay, yeah. So from what I'm seeing, YouTube is having a little bit of a problem at the moment. So if this doesn't play out very well, then that's what it is. First of all, we're going to bring Juliann on board. So you know who's in the background taking care of things. Right there. For me, she's right there. And for you, you're pointing at a black spot on my screen.
See, on my screen, I'm pointing at her head.
Okay.
I'm going to say, to point to you, I have to do this.
You're pointing to me.
No, for me, that's Liberty.
Oh, okay.
And then that's Garrett.
All right.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Now we're learning how this layout is going on.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to talk some CNC tonight. Juliann is going to be throwing in the links as we talk about things. And when we ask Juliann to throw a link in, make sure you take a drink. So get your drink ready, folks. And that all started from our brother Mark Lindsay and Jack in the Shop. We'll make sure to remind you in the comments to take a drink if we need to. All right. So before we bump Juliann into the background, right? So we let them know what we're doing. We'll let Juliann make this little announcement. Some of you already know what's going on, but go ahead.
I was going to say, so, well, just bear with us, you all. We're trying. If you can't see or hear us, then just refresh and try back. But for those of you who can, we are doing a lovely week-long giveaway. All right, so let me throw that link into the chat where you can enter to win said wonderful giveaway.
Yeah, you know what? Let's wait. The stream isn't showing up for me either, so I'm gonna. That's kind of weird. So a lot of people aren't seeing the stream.
I was going to say, I've got mine.
Restart your phones.
No, Jim, you're not bad luck. Welcome.
YouTube.
Yeah, I've been restarting mine every couple of minutes since I hopped on, trying to get it to load.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll just talk to whoever we talk to, and unfortunately, yes, it says there was a problem. There's an error going on. So who knows what's going to happen? We might not have our stream tonight. We'll have to keep. So, folks, I'm seeing an error. Are you guys seeing an error?
No, I still got all of us talking as we go here.
I'm getting an error.
All right. Well, let's just rock this out. Okay. So yeah, we're doing a big sweepstakes. We are giving away the ultimate 20-piece set, the biggest CNC router bit set that you can get all the way around. And I'm going to share my screen so y'all can see what we are giving away. And it is, where's that picture?
It's the
There it
whole
is.
shebang.
Yeah. There we go. That's a 20-piece CNC bit set. And this is a giveaway. And we are going to announce this giveaway next week. So we're going to put the link into the comments and the description of the video. And when you sign up, one of the things, first of all, I'm going to tell you everything that's in this set. So the first three on the left, these are the down cutters, the 1/4 inch, the 1/8 inch and 16th inch down cutter that comes in this set that we are giving away next week. There's your 90, 60, and 30 degree ultra smooth cutting V bits. There's our ball nose bits right there, the 1/4 inch and the 1/8 inch. And then what do we got? The O flutes. So that's the O flute bits, 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch O flute. That is a 1/8 upcut that comes in the sets, all the sets for free. And it's an extra gift. There's the beast. You're getting the beast. Keyhole cutter. And the 2 taper ball nose to do your 3D carving. All the way over here is the 1/8 lightning drill. Make cribbage boards. And at the end, the 1 inch surfacing bit. And you're getting the 6 inch calipers with it. There's a couple of collets. You're going to get a bunch of little gifts along with it. We're going to throw in a ball cap too on that, right?
Sorry. What?
Yeah, we're going to throw a ball cap in that as well. So,
Yes.
yep. So anyway, there we go. The restart did not work. Unfortunately, it's YouTube.
I was going to say, Mark, try it again. Because I just refreshed our page on the end of it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just have to work with it. Talk to me about those clamps in that picture. We'll star that one. That was interesting. Someone caught that.
I told you.
Yep. That was cool. All right. Well, folks, hopefully everybody will finally get to YouTube. All right. So Juliann will be in the background and just letting you know we're doing this giveaway. And when you enter that giveaway, we're going to throw the link in. Really super, super important. You got to know this before you sign up. First of all, you got to share screen again. When you sign up, you are going to come to a screen that looks like this on your cell phone. What you want to do is grab that link right there. It's a private link. It's your link. And what you do is you share that link with as many friends as you can. And for any friend who clicks that link to enter the giveaway, when they enter, that will give you another entry. So if you share it with 100 people and 50 of them sign up, then you have 50 entries into the giveaway. So big deal to make sure you all know that. And I'm going to share our superhero thing. We got to do a superhero for Liberty too. So this is for those of you, we have now have a mascot. It is IDC Man. What do y'all think? So we have an advertisement out now that is showing Liberty, Juliann, and IDC Man, and we're talking about quality bits. And that video is about the giveaway. But you will see this video going on from now on in other ways as well. And so Liberty, Juliann, and I were talking before you popped on. We said, well, all of us were talking about IDC Man being a mascot for CNC. All right. But then we said something about an IDC Man stuffed doll. But I want to see if people would like something like that. So y'all gotta put in the comments if we have to definitely have a demand on that, because we'd have to Juliann, didn't you try to you try to get some stuffed animals, right?
Some beasts. Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, so kind of a rough start today, but we're gonna rock and roll. That's what's going on, and we'll do this announcement pretty regularly. Just make sure you get that link. You're gonna get an email. You'll get 2 emails right away, and the first one is going to be when you sign up. The first one will have that code in there as well, your private link, so you won't lose it. And then the second email, you will be on a list, so that I will send you emails and keep you updated on the giveaway. If you're on the CNC Insiders list, you are going to still get the CNC Insiders emails. You're just going to get the sweepstakes emails on top of that. So if you get double emails, that's why. All right. So what?
I finally have at least video on my YouTube side. I'm gonna test commenting.
I'm totally blanked out right here. Yep.
Okay.
Just is what it is. Okay.
Yep.
It's working for Mike. IDC Man.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people have slowly but surely said it's working now.
Okay, good. Robert said IDC Man bobblehead.
Yes. Work and play. Get your questions in. We can see them on our end and we go through and look at the questions. So like go ahead and put your question in. Just make sure you put some question marks in front of it or something like that.
Right.
And we will put it in the queue.
Okay. All right. So I think we're gonna rock and roll on some questions.
All
So
right.
I almost want to show that, or the IDC Man video that we did.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure. I don't think I have it on my computer.
Oh.
Let me take a look. Let's see. No.
Good question.
Okay. I got the raw footage on the computer.
Ah, okay.
I'd have to download it from YouTube. So.
All right. All good. All good.
Yep. Okay.
Check it out on our YouTube.
Okay.
You know where it's at, y'all.
Yep. Yep. Oops. Okay.
You ready to hop in? All right. Mr. Schrader, 2 questions. Running Vectric 12.5 on my Shark SD 120. Question 1, tabs do not show up on my profile cutout. Yes, I checked the tab box and the 2D yellow design yellow tabs show, but on the 3D, not on the 3D view.
Oh, on the 3D preview. Okay. And this question 2 is a pop-up keeps saying his post-processor is wrong. Okay. Well, let's see if I can handle the tabs thing first. So I've got to load a file into this thing and see if I can do this. I've not done the 3D models with tabs in a long time. So let's see if that's one. Okay, there we go. I got that one. Let me just do some adjustments here. We'll center that. Okay. And then got that. And I got to try to make some tabs here on this model. I'm going to fiddle with this. Why don't you try to work on another question? I'm going to see if I can get one side.
Beautiful. How's the super secret tool coming along? It's coming along well, slowly but surely, thoroughly, all that good stuff. We're looking at an after New Year's sometime release.
Yeah.
We do have a different special release for New Year's as always. So look forward to that. But it is coming along well. We got like a huge shipment of part of the supplies that is part of its specialness. So all the pieces are coming in.
It's actually all that stuff is it's taken a long time to get all the supplies in for that and pull it all together. Much longer than we ever anticipated. So
Yep.
it's that project is now over a year old.
Yep.
The super secret bit. That thing cuts nice, baby. That cuts nice. So I'm going to try to put tabs on this project here and see if I can actually do this. So yeah, go ahead and handle another one.
All right. Pardon me. I was getting good nighted too. Gary Lynn, hey guys, here's an idea. Wait for it. Annual IDC picnic to meet the IDC folks and to meet and greet all the great creators out there. Look at that. There's more push for your convention.
I want to set the shop up. I actually got it. I opened everything up in the shop, and I've got the room for a picnic now. We're gonna have a big old party up here. Get people up here and train them right at the same time. And okay, so let's see if this works. Preview all toolpaths. Okay, so what I did on a 3D model, and this is the way I normally do it. I'm gonna show you because I've never put tabs on the 3D model itself. I actually created the profile around it. So I'm going to undo what I did, and then I'm going to, then I will share screen. So where's that line? There we go. Got to delete that and delete that and delete those and delete those. Now I can redo it. Okay. All right, we're going to share screen.
Right.
Here we go. All right, so this is the one with the tabs on the 3D model. And so here's what I do when I do these 3D models. I don't try to put tabs on the model itself. I will come over to the you can see on the left end where it says 3D model tab, modeling tools. And we are going to select that very first icon there. And that's what it is. It's a cube with a red line around the top of the box. But we have to select the model first. And then we click that. And what that's going to do is that's going to create this boundary that you see right there. And it's going to put a boundary all the way around the outside. This is going to come in as a group. And what this has done is create profile lines. So I'm going to click that. We first want to ungroup this. So we can right click it and come down to after you select it and click ungroup. And now I'm going to come and select the boundary of that line that was formed on the outside. And then I'm just going to go ahead and set up the toolpath with the tab. So we'll just do a profile toolpath. We're going to go around the outside right. We're going to cut through the material that's already set up. We're using a 1/4-inch end mill. I'm going to add tabs. So that's this area right here. Edit the tabs, and it says 2 tabs. I'm going to add 2 more, and then we're going to add the tabs. And now I can see right here there is a tab. Over here there's a tab. There's another tab right up here. It's pretty difficult to see them because they're really small on the screen. But you'll see a little yellow box with a T in it. And then we just come in and close that, calculate the toolpath. And now I would do the profile cutout on it. Let's just reset that. And I got to select that boundary, which is still selected. Okay. And then we're going to just preview all toolpaths. And there's the tabs. It cut out the tabs, so I probably have to, oh, I see why. I have to get rid of this other toolpath. Okay. Now reset and preview. There we go. And so now we got the tabs. So that's the way I always do my tabs. And we're going to stop that screen share. There we go. All right. Next question is the pop-up, right?
Yep.
All right. Pop-up keeps saying post processor is out of date. I then go to machine tab and pick any correct post processor, but it still keeps asking again the next new. I would message. I've never seen that before, so I would message Vectric on that. If Mark Lindsay is on board, he might be able to help, but I don't know if he's on
I
board
haven't
here.
seen him yet.
Okay. Yeah, I would. I would definitely send an email to Vectric on that one, because that shouldn't happen. I've never seen it, so I can't really answer that.
Tim, I'm doing 3D carves with an 1/8" TBN bit. When I stop, about 1/4 to 3/8 of the bit is like black, like burnt. I soak the bit in cleaner, the black comes off, and the bit looks like new. Any ideas?
So you're getting a lot of pitch on that bit. If that comes off and it's not burning the bit, then the wood that you're using has a lot of sap in it. And what's happening is it's burning that sap, right? It's melting it, and then it's reforming on the bit and hardening up on the bit. So you might turn the RPMs down a little bit and see what happens, because that pitch is melting because it's heating up. So if you slow it down, it may not melt as quickly or cause the issue as much because it's not heating up so much. What's happening is all the work is the heat is being dumped into the sap as opposed to the chip, where it's not ejecting out of the chip, but the heat's not ejecting out with the chip. So maybe turn your RPMs down a little bit.
All right. Carl, love your video on Shaper Origin. Love you video on Shaper Origin.
Yeah. We did that one video that talked. I had 2 videos on Shaper Origin. So
Yeah.
I don't have the Shaper, but I met them at the IWF. What's that?
Jack said it looks like I'm running on M&M's too. It's Smarties. It's leftover Smarties that I've stolen from Juniper.
Right. So then we did a live with them, because at Shaper Origin, when I saw it was so cool. And when I watched it work, they demoed it, and I was like, oh, we got to do a video. We got to train people, because quite a few people have that. Anyway, thanks for the compliment.
All right.
That video actually got a lot of views.
Wait, Garrett did a video on Shaper Origin? How do I see that?
You know how?
Go to our YouTube, but
Yeah.
Juliann has already added them in the comments.
Yep, that means we have to drink. Take a sip.
Right.
Okay. So I'm getting rid of some of the questions. We have to check them out. Let's see. We talked about the super secret tool. All right. Okay. All right. Next.
Yep. All right, Garrett and ladies, what do I need to do with an error that said no G code generated yet? It's on my G sender. Thanks, Swan. It depends upon the error. Like, are you running into an error?
Okay. Yeah, there's several errors. So, Juliann, do you have the link to the error sheet for GRBL? The download link? Okay. She's going to link a error sheet that you can download, and it's going to talk about all the different errors and what they are. So really, like Liberty said, we need to know the error code.
That's I'm like, it really depends. It could mean something with a homing system. It could be something with this. Yeah, there's too many things it could mean. So
yeah, so it's going to say error, and there's going to be a number in parentheses.
10, 2, 4, 13, 16, 28, whatever.
And you can click the number, and G Sender is going to pop up a little window. It's going to tell you what that error code is.
Mm-hmm. All right, Garrett, since the Vectric User 2025 user group meeting is starting tomorrow, October 16th and 17th, could you talk a little bit about that since it's free and how people can sign up?
Okay, well, do we have a link for that? Okay,
Yes,
so
we do.
we're gonna drop the link in. So the Vectric, you want to talk about it, Liberty?
So I've never attended the online one, so I don't know what much
I
to
haven't either.
say.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm intrigued to see. I kind of forgot it was coming up so quickly and saw it on my calendar earlier today, actually, and I was like, oh yeah. So I mean, like I believe I've put my email in. I've gotten updates throughout the last couple weeks. So I mean, go to the link, sign up, and join for yourselves. I'm sure there's a schedule on there somewhere. I just have not looked, to be completely honest with you. Like I said, it snuck up on me.
Yeah. So we have not, neither one of us have done the online Vectric thing, but we did the live one. Every other year they do it live. Like, was it Las Vegas or Houston? What?
Texas,
somewhere in Texas, right? And
Austin.
yeah. And so there were what, maybe 300, 400, 500 people there. It was a lot of fun. And they had a couple of booths and then several different classes.
Yep.
And then, so that's probably what's going to be going on tonight. They'll do a little bit of competition and whatnot. They did invite.
They had like modeling competitions between several of their main Vectric creators, head people, like, okay, who can use this tool the best, and it was one of their newer tools, so I'm sure they'll have a couple of things like that. They teach you how to do specific things, and like I said, I'm sure there's a schedule out there which will specify what each class will end up being. Yeah, like, I mean, in person, like he said, they had the booths and some displays and things like that. But for the classes, we just sat down with our computers and followed right along.
Yeah. Yeah. If you use Vectric, I definitely recommend it. That way you'll get to know the people behind the scenes too. You got Becky and Todd. Those will be the main people you talk to. There's going to be Edward and Sean. Who else? Do you remember any of the names? Stephanie.
Stephanie will probably be on there. Yeah. I don't know who else will be up front on this one.
All right. Okay, great. We got a little donation. It's a $10 super sticker donation.
Thank you.
The donations that come in now are going to go to the Christmas dinner fund for the team at IDC Woodcraft, and their presents, and their Christmas presents. And the ladies love to go out and do the Christmas shopping stuff. So Richard, thank you. And the way he did that is down below the video. There's a little dollar sign, and you can donate there. So a bunch of people donated for the ladies going to the Texas show a few weeks ago. And so you could get your steak dinners, and you got tattoos.
Yep.
Cool. Very cool.
Just want to say that was with personal money, not anything that was donated.
Oh, okay.
Tattoos was personal money.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ray said the schedule's on the main page. Like I said, I have not even looked. So, yeah. Yeah,
main page. Right. Oh, look, we got another one. Mike T is contributing to our Christmas dinner. We got a nice steakhouse here. Thank you, Mike. Very nice steakhouse that I like. And the Chop House, it's called the Chop House. So anyway, that's, unless the ladies want to go somewhere else, they can schedule that out. They take care of it. But I definitely like going there. And then Erickson also gave us another $10 for that and the Christmas presents that we'll be getting. Oh yeah, Greg was at the steakhouse.
Yep.
By the way, yep, because Greg came into town. Anyway, Red Erickson and Mike, thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, so folks, we are doing a sweepstakes giveaway, and this giveaway is going on for a week. We are giving away the ultimate 20-piece CNC router bit set. This is literally a legal sweepstakes, and unfortunately, it's U.S. only. We are bound to the sweepstakes laws, so there's not much we can do about that. But you can try to do it and sign up to it, unless Juliann comes on board and says, "No, you can do it." But I've seen a few comments that says it's bound to. Yeah, people can't do it from Canada. Sign up from Canada or other international. So it's kind of a bummer. I didn't realize we could do that. We were restricted by that. Looks like I've got another bit going on here. Michael contributing to our Christmas dinner and Christmas presents. You know, this is going to be fun with the Christmas presents we're going to end up getting you guys. Keep this up. All right, so we will put a link for that sign up. Make sure when you sign up, you're going to come to the Your Entered page. And I just want to make sure you all know about this, okay? Because you can get multiple signups. What you need to do is when you sign up, you'll come to the page that looks like that on your cell phone. This little code right there at the bottom. Copy that code and share that with people. Share it on Facebook, whatever. The more people that use that code, your code, when they enter, you get an extra sign up into the contest. And you'll get an email with that code as well. And then you'll get the emails from the from our email list. And then I got to show the other screen because I want you to see what we're actually giving away. It's the ultimate 20-piece CNC bit set. How often right now we're sold out of the sets. But this is for those who are like, I'm going on a CNC. I'm just going to go for broke and make sure I get everything I need. So here's all that's going to be in that set. Whoever's going to win that set, 20 pieces. You're getting the calipers too. So very, very cool. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be cool. All right, let's handle another question.
All right. Are you going to add the cape to the IDC Woodcraft product line?
Juliann, we're going to bring Juliann on board with that. We got the merch and stuff that she's been working on. Do we have merch online yet?
Not yet. They're building the store now. So
okay.
We're very near it.
Yep. So we are the merch that we are putting online is like the bits. It's really high quality stuff. Mm-hmm. It's none of that cheesy. We buy a million of them from somebody. It's very high quality stuff. So we were talking about the sweatshirts, and we're getting
There's going to be sweatshirts. There's going to be hoodies. There's going to be jackets. There's going to be T-shirts, work aprons. There's going to be super awesome pencils that when they get down all the way, you can just toss them outside and they grow a plant. There's going to be winter beanies. What else? I forget. There's a whole list of stuff that I had to go through.
Looking forward to this. People have asked for a long time. So very cool.
Yep.
Yep. All right. And oops. We got another one, Liberty.
Oh.
From Mike.
Mike Manuel, $10. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
This is such nice support that people do for this, right? When they do that, it helps, makes it special for us.
Ellen, a nice work apron is in that selection.
Cool. So before we get back onto the questions, I do want to ask about your thoughts on, so we now have IDC Man, right? The CNC Superhero. And I don't know if you all, who all seen that video? Put it in the comments. It's an advertisement. And if you haven't seen it, then it'll show up in your Facebook. It should show up in your Facebook. But now we've got this IDC Man concept. So I'm kind of, do we do an IDC Man squishy doll, or do we do a stuffed animal thing? I'd really be curious what some of the ideas are to doing that.
Or bobblehead as suggested. I think that's something that we could figure out. Oh,
Right.
We've got another super sticker. That's running away from me. Alfred Mertland, thank you very much.
Cool, Alfred. Thank you. So, wow, we're getting all kinds of stuff built up for the Christmas thing. So I'm going to have to let you guys know what we'll have to let everybody know what we get for Christmas. Right? We'll get everybody for Christmas. And of course, Christmas dinners. A bunch of people saw that video. They laughed. Okay, let's do some more questions. We got them stacked up here. Let's rock this out.
All right. I make coin banks for kids, and I am attempting to do my first CNC bank. However, I'm having some trouble getting the vectors created after I import the bitmap. I sent the images to Garrett.
I have to go to the email and take a look.
I didn't realize there was, I will try and find that as well.
So just so you know, folks, we get so many emails, we have to have people filter them before they get to each one, because there's so many. William, we'll keep you on. It's just go look for that. And
okay. Let's see. Okay, could not preview file. Could not preview file. Give me a second.
Yeah. While she's looking for that, I'm going to. Okay. So Doug Anderson from Woodbay Island. Where is that? Woodbay Island. Sounds exotic. Okay, I tried to install G-Sender on my computer, and it said I needed a newer operating system than the one I currently have. Oh, wow. You must have a pretty old computer. This is something you would need to send to the guys up at CNC Labs. If that's going on, you got to ask them, because they're the builders of the software. But if you're running like Windows 9 or 10 or what Windows 95 or something like that, that's a pretty outdated operating system. You may want to update to Windows 11. Okay. Did you find these pictures?
Yeah. It's very confusing though. So the picture is, I'm going to forward it to you.
Okay. Okay. In the meantime, Kevin's saying, do I have an end mill that will cut 2 inches deep? No, the deepest one we have is so we have 1/4 inch end mill that goes to 1.5 inches. Our 3/8 long end mill, we don't have a long up or down cutter yet, but we got the long ripper. That's 2.25 inches, and then the long slayer. It's the slayer. Slayer's a 3/8 and the ripper's a 1/2 inch. So we don't have long 3/8 tools yet. We're working on it. I do need to come up with something that's 2 inches. That's about the max that I would make, like a 1/4 inch end mill.
So what's the max length on our 1/4 inch extended?
Max length on that is 1.5 inch cutting depth. So did you send that to my personal email?
Both, just in case I wasn't sure which one you would be logged into at the moment.
Personal email. I just got to wait for him to get here. All right, let's do another question. Let's do this one.
All right.
Go ahead, Liberty. You go.
I've learned an important lesson tonight, folks. My laptop crashed. I'm not the one that backs my files up to anything. I'm hoping Geek Squad or something can help me out. Back your files up. Amen.
Yep. Yep. My stuff is run on, let's see, it's it's not Teams. My personal computer is not Teams. It's whatever, but it's being backed up to the Windows database, the Windows cloud.
Yep.
Yep, definitely.
Robert Lee, is it possible to import a Fusion 360 tool database into Vectric? I have no idea.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But you can load, I guess you're trying to download yours and then you want to upload it.
Yeah, there are ways to like download your database and then re-upload it to a different database.
So the one for Fusion 360 is a spreadsheet. And I have not, it'll download to like in a spreadsheet format. And in the Vectric, I don't know. Don't know. How come that email's not coming through? We'll figure that one out. Okay, I'm just going to refresh that and see if it comes through.
Refresh.
Yep. All right.
All right. Chris, question. I would like to use a roughing bit to clean out stock before using a bowl bit. Do you have a video?
I don't have the video for that versus, you know what? I was going to do that. I actually had that. I actually did that video, but I never edited that video out. I made a bowl. It was a long, long time ago. So here is what I would do. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. I got to share the Vectric screen. And where's Vectric? Right. Okay, we're going to go here and I'm going to bring Vectric up and share. Okay. All right, so here is the way that I do this. If you have not done any offsetting, so we're going to come here, we're going to remove this cross. And we're going to make a bowl. It's a very simple bowl. There we go. And we need to gotta get rid of that. So we gotta cut this part out. And let's say this material is this is 3/4 inches thick. So I'm going to come over and there's two ways we can do this. So my technique is to create another line that's offset from this line. But the way you can do this, it's kind of an easier way. We're going to create a pocket toolpath, select the inside of the bowl, and we're just going to select the Beast roughing end mill. That's what I would be using. Where's the Beast on here? Roughing end mills. The screen is very small for me, my secondary screen. There it is. Okay. Beast. Select. Okay. So we got the Beast and we're going to do an offset cut. So it's going to start from the middle and go out. Let's say our bowl is a 1/2 inch deep. Normally they're going to be deeper. So for the I'm sorry. I got to back up just a little bit. So I'm going to exit this. I'm just going to calculate that because I want to save that for right now. But we'll come back to that. So I'm going to come here, turn these things off. And so I am going to create an inside line. So let's say we've got a bowl bit with a 1/4 inch radius on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to offset this inside line by 1/4 inch. So you can go to offset and layout, click the first button that says offset, and we're going to offset to the inside. We're going to offset that by 1/4 inch, 0.25. and I'm going to click offset. Normally, I'm going to put this on a second layer so I can change the color, and that's going to tell me something else is happening with that particular line. Okay, now we're going to go back to the toolpaths. And I'm going to go back into that toolpath that I started. So we're back in the profile toolpath. We have the beast. The first thing we want to do is we're going to rough down to just before the bottom of the bowl, but we're going to rough it to the bottom of the radius of the bowl bit because we have to leave room for that radius. So I'm going to select that inside line. Let's say our depth of our bowl is 0.65. So I'm going to make that cut depth 0.63. I'm going to leave it 0.02 or 0.03. And we are going to use the offset, and then we're going to come down to the right there, so where it says profile allowance, and I'm going to leave like a point, maybe a 0.1. So in that profile allowance, what that's going to do is going to move the router bit in a little bit. So it's going to, it's not going to come right to the edge of where that radius would be, where the radius would start. We're going to calculate that, and then I've got to reset the preview, but I want to show you what that, let's see, I'm going to turn the right things on here. There we go. So this blue line, that line is still dotted. It won't undot for me. The vector won't select it. Okay, so that's 1/4 of an inch in from the vector, plus that 0.02 or 3, whatever I put in there. All right, and then we are going to come back in. I'm going to create another pocket. We're going to use, you know what, cancel that. I'm going to duplicate that pocket. So I'm going to just select that pocket toolpath, and I'm going to come down and click duplicate, duplicate right there. And we're going to go into that one, and I am going to select this outer line. And let's say, so it's 1/4 inch, we're going to 0.65 deep. So we subtract 1/4 inch from the 0.65. That's going to be 0.655.4, right? And so it's 0.4 deep. And we have to come up another 0.02. So it's going to be what? A 0.38 deep, roughly. And what that's going to do is not going to come down to where that radius starts. We already have the offset allowance set up here. We're going to calculate that. And I'm going to reverse these tool paths because it's going to clean out the top one first, and it's going to come in and clean up the second one. So the second tool path that I've created right now is actually the first one. So if you want to rearrange your tool path order, you can select the tool path you want. So you can see the second one is selected. I'm going to come this little arrow all the way over to the edge, and I'm going to click that up arrow, and that's going to rearrange the tool paths. And now we're set with the roughing. And then what you do is create your final tool path with your bowl bit. And that will come in and just clean everything up for you. I hope I got that one explained well enough for you. All right.
Right. I have a raised text on a plaque that keeps breaking. How can I protect it during my roughing?
Okay. I want you to watch the video, how to do raised text, where you don't break it. That video is going to explain to you how to do it. What you want to do is a flat V-carve. A V-carve with a flat depth. But that video will walk you through a welcome sign. And that welcome sign is, Liberty, you know that one. It's got the real thin, swervy letters. And
letters.
Yeah, those would break right away if we don't carve it this way. That video will tell you what to do. I want to go to the regular stream here and see what people say. Stress relief for IDC chickens. Super chicken. What we got? A plushie. A bunch of people saw that. Bobblehead. Yeah, we'll have to take a vote. Maybe we should do a poll on the
There we go.
poll. So what should we get? Should we get the stuffed animal? Should we the stuffed IDC Man? We got another one here, 2 towers. $20 super sticker. Wow. Wow, you guys are really contributing to this Christmas fund, right? And it's early.
I was gonna say they're on it. They love us.
Oh, well, we said, you know what? I'm way ahead. So we've been planning what we're going to be doing through the holidays, and so I'm like way ahead. This could be our Thanksgiving dinner. So
yeah, honestly.
All right, 2 towers. Thank you. Cody is saying, did we miss the big announcement? No. Nope. What we're doing, my brother, is we are doing a giveaway, and we are giving away that 20-piece set. We'll put it in here, the link, so you can sign up, and make sure you all copy that link and share it so you can get more entries. All right, let's do the next one then.
All right, work and play. Brand new to alt mill, still setting it up, but cannot figure out how to set up home. I thought home was preset by CNC, but apparently not. Can I just bypass the limit set switches and set home manually?
The alt mill is configured to go home. So wait, I want to see his question still. So I'm looking at it on the side there. So
sorry,
that's okay. But cannot figure out how to set it. Okay, I think what the deal is you haven't configured the G-Sender software. All right, so for the alt mill. If you haven't watched the tutorial I did on G-Sender, it walks you through all that stuff, how to get it set up. But I can show you real quick. I think this is what your problem is going to be. So I don't want to leave the studio. Okay. I got to go to that screen. Where's G-Sender? Let's see, we'll just come over here to this screen. And we'll do this. I'm going to bring up G-Sender. So what I'm suspecting is if you look in the upper right, you're missing the home buttons right here. So the way you fix that is come down to the lower left, all the way to the lower left, where that hamburger menu is. And it says config. Click that. And then you're going to look for the thing that says homing and limits. Select that, and then you have to activate this. The other thing you want to do is make sure that you configure it down to the bottom. I would do this first. Can you pop his name out?
Yes.
Okay. Down at the bottom, right in the middle, there's this little pop-up, and you want to click that and make sure that says alt mill 4x4 with a spindle or 2x4, whatever you have. And before you do any settings on the homing and the limits, click that first. Okay, and then come back. Well, make sure you, when you make those changes, that little button down on the lower right is going to say apply settings, and then come back to the main screen. You should have these home buttons. All right, rock and roll.
All right, I think we also missed this one from John. Thank you very much.
Cool.
And then we just got another new one from Geek.
What's going on tonight, brothers and sisters?
Hello, thank you.
Yeah, and Juliann is back there. She's keeping track of all this stuff. I'm going to bring Juliann back up. So she always keeps track of this kind of stuff. So, Juliann is like the ultimate organizer. She's always writing notes in her book. You have your book with you right now, don't you?
No doubt.
Yeah. You won't find her without it. How many notebooks have you gone through in your lifetime so far?
Oh, lifetime?
Yeah.
Or just at IDC?
Just at IDC. We'll go with IDC.
Just at IDC. 6 in 2 years? Yeah.
And she writes tiny. She writes tiny.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, we'll ask questions and she'll go in there and she'll start thumbing through the book. Oh yeah, it's right here.
I'll get Post-its and everything.
I don't know how she does it.
If I didn't do it, I'd lose my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We got another one.
Nope, that was the one we just.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, cool. Thank you. Thank you again, Geek. All right, let's rock and roll.
All
I'm
right.
excited about this giveaway.
I'm excited to see how it goes. I'm excited to see the interest.
Yeah. Next week we're gonna be doing it here live. So that giveaway is it's going to end at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're gonna be on live for an hour to let people on the live who don't know about it, we'll give them an opportunity to sign up. And then we'll do the drawing.
I'm excited. That's what I'm excited for is doing the giveaway on live. On a brand new CNC, how do you tram when you haven't surfaced the spoil board? How do you surface the spoil board when you haven't trammed?
That's okay. So basically what you want to do is you tram the machine with an unsurfaced spoil board. That's the first thing you do. Okay, it's going to be a rough tram. Then you do your first skim surfacing the spoil board, and then you come back and check your tram. Then adjust your tram, fine tune it, and then you resurface the spoil board again. That's how you do it.
All right. Can you post specifically Can you post a link specifically to working with limit switches, setting home and hard and soft limits?
Do
we have a video on that?
No, that's pop that out, but that's something to take to CNC Labs. See if they've got a video on that. So what I will tell you is when I set up the sensors in the back, I measure the sensors on both sides. So I will take the calipers, these bad boys right here, the IDC Woodcraft calipers. You got to have calipers if you're doing CNC. If you don't have them, we'll put a link here, get them. But I will measure it exactly, maybe 5 millimeters on both sides. And then I will bring the machine back, and when it comes close, if it errors out because it's not hitting both sensors at the same time, or it's got like it'll hit one sensor, and if there's a certain amount that motor will move and it overshoots that, then it's going to alarm out. And that means that your gantry is a little bit off square, a little bit too far off square. So you just turn the machine off, and then I manually move the screws until everything's touching the bumpers or the sensor, and then I will turn the machine back on. So that's a little tip, but that way it keeps your gantry square.
Real quick, I did see this one pop through, so I went ahead and started it for myself. Do you have to be online to win? No, you do not.
No, this legal
no,
sweep.
You do not.
No purchase necessary. All right, go ahead, Lib. You got it.
Yeah, no purchase necessary. You can be online. You cannot be online. That's up to you. That just gives the few people who are hopping online and haven't entered yet a few more minutes to win. And yeah, it's just a fun way to
we'll bring
everybody involved in the giveaway.
Yep, we'll bring Juliann on board so she can give us the rules so you understand all the rules. It's illegal.
Right. Hold on, I'm putting in a link.
Okay. So we will notify the winner. Actually, we'll notify the list the next day that Johnny B won or whoever it is, right? And then we'll email them to make sure. But I want you all online because if it's you, I mean, we want to do a party for that one.
Trying to think of what we can do to celebrate. So, but yeah, there's like if you've already entered, I don't know if you guys go through and read all the giveaways rules and sweepstakes, but that sucker's scrollable, like it's extensive.
We're actually using a service that does that. So they set up those rules, and those rules have to be set up for legally. And in the United States, first of all, we're bound to the U.S. because we're doing it under legal law in the U.S. And there are laws around that, like you don't have to purchase, and you don't have to be there, and other things.
Yep, but you do have to check your email within 1 week. Otherwise, if you don't notify us, you pretty much forfeit your winnings. So
yeah, but we'll find you.
And hopefully you respond.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to another question. Thanks, Juliann.
Yep.
All right. What 90-degree bit would be good for making mitered boxes?
Well, in that case, the bigger the bit, the better. So you want for the miter box is going to make the 45-degree joints. And yeah, the bigger the better. The software will take into account the bit, even if you use a smaller one. But the bigger the better. It's fewer passes. Here's a little tip for you: is you'll get that board, and you'll cut along the board, and just cut to the very bottom, and you can actually leave just a little bit, and that board will be set up right there, and you just fold that board right in half, which I'm sure you're doing, but you just cut it right through the board, and you'll have that mating 90-degree. You'll have both sides cut at the same time.
All right.
I got to pop this one in. Oh, did we do this one already?
We did that one. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, okay. Adding the cape to the IDC Woodcraft product line?
Yes, yes.
That'd be kind of cool. The IDC Man cape. IDC Man. So I got a question for you all. Should we do more videos with IDC Man? Like me and Liberty, the IDC Man. And then Juliann will be the more stoic person on the side going, what's the matter with you? I want to know. I want to know what you guys think about that. Okay, let's go on.
All right. How do you create a 3D star, like a barn star, on VCarve Pro?
A 3D star. Okay. Well, I just do the VCarve stars. So 3D, I think you can. I think they got VCarve Pro. I think it's actually in I think it's in I think there's a star in the library. But I'm going to switch over and take a look. So, you know what? I might as well just show you all what I'm doing here.
Share your screen. Do it.
Come on, Garrett. Do it. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm coming over to the all the way over to the left. There's the tabs going up and down on the side. Going to clip art, and just want to see. We're going to click clip art. And don't know what all they have here. You can run through the clip art. Anybody, if you know if there's a star in a clip art, let me know. But what I do is I just generally do the VCarve stars. So I'll just make a star. We'll create the star, and just like that. But that's pretty nasty star. I mean that looks goofy. So we're going to change the angle on that, select that, and we're going to go back into the star when it's selected. And we're going to change the angle. I think it's that right there. And I'm going to change that to 38. And apply. And close. And, oh, that was the size. Okay, let's go back into that. That was the wrong thing. That was the size of the star. Where's the angle? Well, let's come over to 3D. and check that out. There's information on here. Let's make a star right there. And when I get out of star, when I select it, there's information there. And I can change it. So when it's selected, you get all these little beads. I'm going to select one of these beads, and there we go. We can change the star that way. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to just do the V carving toolpath, right? And we're just going to select a bit. We'll select that's a pretty large star, so I'm going to go with the 120-degree V bit. That's a wide body bit. Right there. Select and calculate, and let's preview that one. Preview all toolpaths. There it is. That's set for flat depth. Let's go back into it. So up at the top, upper left, upper right, there's that little checkbox right there. That's flat depth right there. I'm going to uncheck that and then recalculate that. It's going to cut through the material. I don't care. Review the toolpaths, and there you have your V-carve star. But use that flat depth if you want to do a large star. And yeah, if it's going to cut through the material, use that flat depth. Rock on, Liberty.
All right.
Oh, we got another one. Another gift.
Yes, we did. We did. That is from Linda and Ray. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to us.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate you very, very, very much.
Maybe I'll go out and I'll just buy the $20 gifts from each one. I'll put their names on each one, where they put the money in, and then put it under our IDC tree. Thank you. Thank you, Ray and Linda. Okay.
All right. I would like to know what software I need. I am experienced in CAD 30 plus years now. I want to move to AltMill. Help. Are we speaking design software? Because I'd say Vectric. Vectric, that would be my recommendation.
And now I want to move to the AltMill. So we're Vectric people. I would use the Vectric software. The Vectric is CAD CAM. So what that means is the computer-aided designing side. That's where you're doing all your 2D design. The CAM is where you're setting up the toolpath, and it will generate the G code for it. And then you want to get we'll plug in a link for you to go check it out. So we have an affiliate link. It'll give us a little bit of credit on that. And then you want the G Sender control software. And that's from CNC Labs. That's free. That will run the AltMill when you get that machine. And we'll give you the link for the AltMill too. If you use that one, that will give us a little bit of money for a burger and beer as well. We get a little bit of credit when we do that. But I definitely like the machine.
Welcome to the CNC family.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right. We get all Vectric version updates for 1 year, correct? I don't know.
Yeah, so that's a question for Vectric or Kyle, right? And you can always email Vectric support. We have Kyle coming in the next few days or next few weeks. I think we got, he wants, okay, Kyle wants to come in on.
So
talk to him
I don't
about,
know when Kyle's in next.
Yeah.
Because of how we do our subscriptions, I don't know how the updates work when you purchase it.
Yeah, we're not really sure how long that goes on for.
So that will be a question for when Kyle comes in a few weeks.
Or just go to Vectric, go to the portal,
Yep.
or go to email support@vectric.com, and they'll tell you how to do stuff. Oh, yeah, what's going on? It says there updates for 1 year after initial purchase. Okay. Next.
All right. How to do stuff. How can I minimize tool marks with my end mills? My long mill MK 2.5 is trimmed very well, etc., but I can't eliminate noticeable tool marks.
Okay. So there's a number of ways you can get tool marks. If you are doing you're creating a pocket like around letters and stuff, and you are using downcut end mills, you're going to get tool marks and you're going to get cuts at different levels. And there's a reason behind that. And it's kind of a science where there's pressure against the tool. And then if it's making a thick cut, it's getting pressure, and that upcut or that downcut spiral is pushing the tool upward as it's trying to cut. So it's like a corkscrew trying to push itself up and it's cutting. And that's going to compress the material too. Just put the link for the science behind down bits. You've got to watch that video, and that will eliminate tool mark issues. The other way you get tool marks is, like if you're using a down cutter, that is going to leave just a little bit of swirling because it doesn't have a bottom cutting edge like the upcuts do. Uh-oh, do I have to drink? Yeah, that's right. Thank you. So
Jack reminded us.
Yep. Okay. Thanks. Definitely put the watch that video, the science of down bits. As a matter of fact, I suggest to everybody who has not seen that video, watch that, because it's going to teach you a very interesting principle behind CNC machining that most people won't think of, and I think it's centered right around this question.
Yep. All right. Troy, does the VCarve Pro include the Vectric Photo VCarve software?
No, that's an add-on. So it's a little extra purchase on that. I'm not sure how much.
Any status updates regarding the IDC Tramming tool?
Oh, yeah, we're finally getting somewhere with that. So I got that. The new prototype right here. Okay, this is a 12-inch one. We're doing a 12-inch and a 6-inch tramming tool. Now, these pins are a little long, but this is exactly what it's going to be. And, of course, we're going to have our brand on it. And we're having, it's a CNC brother that's making these up for us. He lives here in town. He got the alt mill. Terry, boy, he got that machine and he tore it up, didn't he? He was making all kinds of
stuff. He continued creating. Every single week has been coming in with new stuff since the minute he got it.
Wow.
Yep.
So, that's finally starting to come online. We expect that. I talked to him yesterday. It should be a month because I wanted it by November. And we're getting 100 of them at first. So when we tell people, we're probably going to sell right out of them and have more made. All right, rock and roll.
We are drinking because it is a thing that a few of our regulars and fellow CNC brothers started. Whenever we give Juliann instructions to add a link or find something or something like that, she's in the background doing all that work. And we drink. We take a drink. So it's whatever you're drinking tonight. I've finished off a partial Mountain Dew. I'm finishing off a partial Gatorade. You know, it's just in solidarity with Juliann and all the craziness she has to put up with.
Yep, it's just part of the fun. I'm going to bring that picture back up. So we are going to, where did I have? I didn't close that picture, did I? I did. I closed the picture of IDC Man. There he is. Okay. There we go. So just want to share this again. So this is so cool. We're making the ad with IDC Man. For those who popped in a little late, we just came up with this concept of IDC Man comes to save the day, and Liberty is the damsel in distress because she broke her bit and she was mad, and Juliann's coming in and going, "What's wrong?" And so it turns out in the storyline, Liberty bought cheap bits offline like a lot of beginners do. And Liberty, I'll let Liberty speak to that one. And so IDC Man comes in and saves the day. And he also talks about the 20-piece giveaway drawing that we're doing. So make sure you sign up for that. And we just kind of came up with this concept. Now it's, do we I want to make IDC Man like the CNC mascot across the board. I think that'd be so cool. So we're going to come up with IDC Man stickers, and we're going to figure it out. We're going to have some fun with this one. Okay. And then the set. All right, we're going to do we're giving away this 20-piece set. I saw someone came in here late, so we're just going to show you real quick again. We are doing a sweepstakes, a legal sweepstakes. So it's unfortunately US only, but we are giving away the ultimate 20-piece CNC router bit starter set. This guy right here. It's got 18 CNC bits, the calipers, and it's got the collets too that we're throwing into that. So make sure you sign up for that. Make sure you copy that share link. So when you send that link to friends and they sign up, you're getting extra entries. So share it on Facebook. That's one way to get a whole bunch. All right, move on.
I'm thinking about building an enclosure for my long mill 30 by 30. Any tips or advice? I'd like to do some work after 10 p.m. without disturbing my neighbors.
I've never built one, but I know it makes a lot of noise. Anybody that's done an enclosure, what have you done to minimize the sound? How did you line that enclosure? IDC Man has more hair than me. All right. Idea?
Yeah, I like the bobblehead because, well, I have a ducky on top of one of the spindles, or not spindles, one of the routers that we use for a few different things. I have a rubber ducky taped to the top of it. So I would take an IDC Man bobblehead.
We'll figure this one out. We'll see. We'll take a vote. We'll put a poll out on YouTube. Hobo is saying we should go ahead and plan a second giveaway for the rest of the viewers. This one is mine. What he's saying is we should be doing another one because he's going to win.
Yeah, I see it. The confidence. That's what we like.
Right. Is there going to be any competition out there, folks? Yeah.
All right.
Move the neighbors 20 acres away. There you go.
My Y1 stepper motor overheated and needed replaced twice. After careful inspection, I noticed that Y2 lock nut was missing the set screw. I put a new one in. Any suggestions on turning the lock nut position?
Turning the lock nut position. I don't know what you mean by turning the lock nut position.
They turn with it.
Okay. I guess you're talking about the lock nut on the end. Maybe it was too tight. So what I do, okay, I think I know what you're talking about. So that lock nut is that little split nut on the end of the screw liberty, like on a long mill.
Yeah.
Long mill. Okay. So what I would
turns with the spindle.
Yeah. So what he wants to do is tighten it or loosen it, get it adjusted right so that it's got the right tension on the screw. Right. So what I do is I actually take the Allen wrench. I use the Allen wrench in the screw, in the hex head screw as a lever, and hold it and get it adjusted to where I want, and then I lock it down.
When I run a raster toolpath on a tray, should I run with the grain or across the grain?
With the grain. You go across the grain, you're going to leave all kinds of tool marks.
Tear out.
All kinds of tool marks.
All right. Would a combo cutout 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch shaft roundover be feasible? Used to start a cutout of an 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch while rounding over edges with an 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch radius for multiple cutting units. Cutting multiple units.
Okay, so I think what is it? So you're using like
use it as a V-bit as well?
Yeah, so it's the cutter, it's got the round over, and it actually comes along and it cuts, right? So yes, it would work. I've seen them. We don't have them here at IDC Woodcraft, but yes,
Not that type.
Yeah, I think they're straight cutters. You'll see them more in straight cutters. Might be something to add on, come up with a concept of. Let's think about that one.
All right. What's the best technique to keep aura mask sticking to wood that's been stained?
Greg, STL Greg, I would like you to answer that in the comments. If Kate were here, she's got a really good answer for that. But there are some stains that it just doesn't adhere to, right? And if the stain isn't, I'm going to say if the stain isn't completely cured.
Yeah, that was going to be my first thing, is if it's not completely cured.
Yeah, but I think the stain is the type of stain. It just won't adhere to that type of stain. I think that's where you run into your problem. Okay, Ellen, that's a good idea. So Ellen said to seal the material, you got it stained, and then use sanding sealer on top of it, or urethane or something like that, or shellac on top of it. That will give you a good sticky surface. Thank you, Ellen. And Greg said, press down really hard does not do well with oil, but you have to make sure it's fully cured. Okay, there we go. And then we got shellac. You spray it with shellac afterwards. Ellen says sanding sealer, lacquer, clear coat, dry well. I use sanding sealer all the time. It's water-based. It dries so fast. I'll put a fan on it.
Right.
Use CA glue. I wouldn't use CA glue on that. No, I wouldn't. Okay. Well, questions keep coming. We're almost at 9:30. Well, we're going to be doing our giveaway today. No, we're not doing a giveaway because we're going to be doing the 20 piece set thing. Okay. Juliann was like, I was like, oh, her brain was almost going to rattle out. Okay.
All right. Take the IDC man with the IDC baseball cap, push a button, and he throws the cap to the ground and yells, "Damn it, I forgot to set the Z."
Ah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I like it.
We'll do that video. Juliann, we're going to do another one. Liberty's going to be all mad, and IDC man will have to fly in. And what will we do? IDC man's going to tell you to use set up checklist. All right. This is, if you're new to CNC, you should do this anyway. Because when I forget it, Liberty's done it. You know, we forget to use the checklist. What do? We forget to set our Z. Checklist IDC man is what Ellen says. So this is a free checklist to you. And this is your setup checklist. So when you're setting a project up after you've designed it, you go through this checklist, and if you've gone through this, your project, everything will be set up right, and you will almost guarantee to have your project come out the way you want it. The only thing that would make it mess up from there is if the G code was messed up. So we link the checklist. Get that checklist if you're new.
Garrett, do you have a recommendation for a vacuum pump or a vacuum table?
Yes, air weights, which I am working on setting that up. So air weights, we actually have their stuff on our site. So air weights is a vacuum table. I'm going to just bring our site up so I can show you. That's why we've got air weights on the site, because they are a good company. So I'm going to share my screen. And we'll share. I got to bring this screen down here. Okay. I actually had to redo my spoil board on my machine because I wanted to set, I'm getting ready to set this thing up. So when you go to idcwoodcraft.com, all right, it will come down to where it says vacuum tables right there. Select that. And we have quite a few of their products on there. Now, when you order that, the order will go to them and they will ship it. All right. But there's, so if you got a 4x4, they got a 2x4 plate right there. It's right there. There's a system. And they've got, Juliann's been working on this. Juliann, I'm going to bring you on board. It's just because of the bundles, right? I haven't done any work on this as far as setting up on the website. So their Airweights bundles, have they got that set up properly yet for us?
Not just yet.
Okay.
We had a meeting about it, and then we had some conferences and conventions that got in the way, so
Okay.
we'll have to.
So we're working to get their bundles on our site as well. But they got the pumps here. If you get the 2x4, then you definitely want the bigger pump, which is this guy right there. All right.
But they're always adding new products, and we've got PWN on the site, our website too. So yeah, that's a work in progress.
Yep, for sure.
I was hoping to catch you while you were still screen sharing. I was mixing up the sketch carve and the VCarve photo tool. They're not the same thing, and they're both on the pro version.
So what did you want me to do?
Show your VCarve Pro.
Oh, okay. So you want to, so this?
Yep, and then exit out of the toolpath previews. Yep.
Okay.
And then both the tools are right there. Photo carve, VCarve,
Oh, okay.
and then sketch carve.
Okay. My bad. I've never used the photo carve. I thought the photo carve was a module that they plug in. So,
I thought the
a sketch
I
carve
thought
came
the
out with
photo carve was
12.5.
sketch carve.
Yeah,
And I
Greg
thought
said.
that was something different.
Yep, sketch carve came out with 12.5. That's actually, sketch carve's a really cool tool. It's super cool, but that's not the photo carve, right?
Right. That's what I was mixing up.
Yeah. Photo, there's the photo right there.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? I guess a laser module it needs to plug in. So it's my bad. I've never done the photo carve here. I actually need to do that to play around with it because the photo carves are so cool. All right. Okay.
All right. What is an appropriate CFM for a vacuum pump for the 4x4 alt mill for a vacuum table?
That we'd have to ask Jace on. He's the vacuum pump master. So, but I do know that big one that they have, that we have on their site. So there's two of them. And it's that black one. I think if I remember right, he said that's good for a 4x4, but we have to ask Jace. So you can go to Airweight's website and check that out. And contact Airweights, they'll tell you. We should get Jace back on board too. So let's see if we can set him up sometime over the next month or two.
Screaming Goat. Hey, IDC team, is the IDC app Bit Feeds and Speeds updated regularly?
We update that as much as we can, and then the updates when they come out.
And make sure you're putting in your spindle versus router type of material, that kind of thing for the feeds and speeds calculator.
Yeah. So and we have to wait for it to update. We have to send the update, and then it has this kind of regular update. So we do as much as we can. So the sketch carve toolpath, we actually have that on our. I've got a video on that. Okay. All right, coming close to the end here. We'll do a couple more. We've got some questions hanging out there, but we're going to knock off right around 9:30, 35.
All right, so you want to pick out one from what we got to answer then?
So we got 10 in the queue. All right. Okay, well, I'll let you answer this one from Carl.
Oh, what double-sided tape have you found that works best? Crap, it's leaving my head now, but I can see it in it's in the office.
X-Fasten?
Yes, thank you. I can see the little characters. But yeah, X-Fasten is the double-sided tape that I use. And I prefer either double-sided tape or the CA tape glue method. So
Yep.
I don't love risking running into clamps if I don't have to.
Okay. Then our half-inch shanks in the future. We already have some half-inch shank tooling. We're just starting to add that, but I'll show you what we got, how to find it. So I'm going to go to the website, and I'm going to share screen, bring that up. So for those of you who have the larger, like you can do 3/8 tooling or the half-inch tooling. So you can go to the IDC Woodcraft website, and then you can filter. So there's a filter bar, and in that filter bar, when you open that up, you can click half-inch shank diameter, and that's going to show you all the half-inch tooling that we have right now. So you can filter by quite a few different things that way. All right, and let's find one more because those are two quickies. Let's see. I can't do a demo right now. And unfortunately, Coinbase. Oh, we forgot the Coinbank pictures. It never came in to my email.
If you just search his last name, you can find him.
Yeah, we're at the end of the day though. At the end of the night.
Yeah, no. But as far as like if you're able to open it later or something.
I apologize. I forgot all about that. When you enable, so I want to catch this one first. So Doug is saying he's doing a Corian countertops, and do we have 45-degree bits that will do half-inch depth so you can fold the front angle? Do not, but so I want to, Juliann, make a note of this. I do want to get the 45-degree ultra smooth series coming in online. So we got the 30, 60, 90, but we don't have the 45s. So what I'll be doing is I'll be getting the 45s in the 1/4 inch, half-inch, and 3/8, but that's still not going to be enough for him. We might have to, I don't want to do the bladed, the braised tip bits for that. We started working on getting some insert tooling in, but we kind of got put on the back burner. All right, John says hit the like button, folks. If you're just hanging out, we're just chilling out tonight. Nothing really ramping up. So our energy's down a little bit tonight. I did get a lot of sleep last 2 nights. Liberty wasn't feeling good yesterday, so we're just kind of going on. All right, so I guess I'm going to stop there with the questions. So what's this? That since it's so free, how people can sign up. Oh, that's the Vectric thing.
So like I've signed up for so that one's already.
Yeah.
Yours is probably not refreshing to the ones that I've already unstarred, but yeah, so I signed up for like their newsletter and stuff to get emails about it, but you don't have to sign up for it to attend. If you just go to the user group meeting, ugm.vectric.com, it takes you straight to the thing, and once it's live, it'll be live.
Yep, and it's free, so you might as well go learn and then join Kyle's course. So finally, we are going to bring Juliann on board. Juliann, bring yourself in, please. And I am just going to remind you all, we are giving away this set right there next week. So be here next week. Expect to have a good turnout on this one. We've already got quite a few signups on this. We just launched this today. So it's going to be kind of fun. 20 pieces. That's a lot of CNC bits there. That's a wide spread. And you're going to get the calipers too. So this is going to be available if you're on the CNC Insiders email list. We're going to drop an email out to you guys tomorrow where you can sign up. And it's out on ads. We're doing Facebook ads, Google ads to let people know. So this is going to be a lot of fun. All right, with that, we are not doing our giveaway because we are setting up for they called it. So I'm going to blame it on them. I know we're not doing the special giveaway that we normally do next week, but this week we're not doing that either because of the one for next week. And I think Juliann, she was like, nope. Liberty was going, nope. So,
we're keeping it simple on our end of it.
Yeah, that's actually giving them a break because there's work on that too. All right, so I'm going to go back to the main feed. And folks, yeah, thanks all for hanging out with us. Hope we got some answers out there. And I'm going to sip on a little bit of, I got Malibu rum. So I'm just going to have like a half a shot of Malibu rum just because you're not doing the giveaway. I normally get my
your
beer or whatever. So, okay. We're going to do a poll. I want to know what we should do with the IDC Man. And I want just before we check out, I want to see in the comments, should we do videos with IDC Man? Yeah, Jamie says, or it's Johnny says, no, that's going up so fast. So it's John. He said, shucks, no giveaway. Yes, it is. All right. Well, you'll have to get that cape. So tell the story about the cape.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we were talking about this idea, right? And I was like, well, you know, how funny do we want to make it? We were talking about all different ideas and extremes for the costume and everything. And so I was like, well, I've got some dress up, you know, capes from my kiddo. I'll grab one. And I had grabbed the first one I saw, which was actually a doll one. It was only about a foot big all around. And I had been telling my partner about, you know, the video idea and what we had been practicing and everything. And my daughter, of course, is listening in. And the next morning, we're getting ready for school and I'm getting ready for work. And she knows it's going to be filming day and everything. And all of a sudden, she stops in the doorway and she goes, wait, Mommy, I have something for Garrett. She runs into our bedroom, shuffles around for a minute, comes back out with that cape, and it's like, for the video.
That was it.
And it was the best. So we ended up using that cape. She was so pleased to see it in the video, but like, it was so adorable. I couldn't get over it. I had to tell them as soon as I got into the office.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun putting that one together. Yeah. We sat down and brainstormed. How are we gonna? Yeah, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna announce this to people for this giveaway? And actually, it's like, wow, IDC Man might be something special. All right, folks, we are going to check out for the evening. Be here next week because we're going to do this giveaway next week, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We'll come in with higher energy next week. All right.
Oh
so,
my gosh! Wait!
What? Trick or treating, IDC Man trick or treating and handing out bits.
Please.
We'll get there, brother. We'll get there. IDC Man this kind of came out, and now it's like okay. I actually want to have a lot of fun with IDC Man.
Yeah,
Gonna be good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, folks. We will see you next week. All right.